What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special episode 106. I don't know how we made it here, but we did. And today we're celebrating our boy Clem's birthday.
Woo!
Birthday boy.
What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? So we got Clem over here, of course. We got a good show. We got some stuff to talk about. But first, I want to introduce you to the other cast members. Joining me this week, Clem.
Yeah.
Nick.
What's up, guys?
Sharing a mic like two best buds.
Yeah.
We're cuddling
Two
up.
guys, one mic.
Ooh.
Trey.
Yeah?
What's up? Damn, you never sounded
Alright.
so good, Trey.
I don't know.
Listen to that buttery voice.
It's the tie and the nice shirt.
Yeah, no. I get hormones when I wear nice clothing.
And Mitch.
Hey.
Hey, dude. Happy to have you guys. We got some topics here. Do you guys want to talk about this Seth Rogen, the Lonely Island confirmed production of the Fyre Festival parody?
Nah.
Because, well, apparently right after the Fyre Festival, they confirmed they were working on something like a script right after. And of course, with Netflix and Hulu having the really, really successful documentaries, they're definitely going to want to cash in on that. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think it's a cash grab? That's like the notes on here. That's the question I have.
Wasn't the original Fyre Fest like a parody already?
Yeah, a parody of what a music festival is supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just toss it to anybody, really.
It seems like a cash grab, but also it's topical. I mean, like, I don't know.
It's not really
It's up their alley. It kind
It's
of writes
so
itself. I
weird
don't
that
know.
it's like
Yeah.
now, like just because the documentaries come out and now they're like, okay, now, so it does seem like a cash grab. If they had like randomly like done it like when it wasn't doing well, like and been like more original, I think it would have been less of a cash grab.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's still going to be hilarious either way.
Right.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be
Seth
great.
Rogen and Lonely Island. Do you know who the
Suspect
Lonely
I'm gonna
Island
like
is,
it.
Clem?
Yeah, I mean, they making another documentary, right?
They make
Just-
music.
Right.
And they do like really screwed up songs. I jizzed in my pants.
Isn't that just Andy Samberg though?
Well, yeah, it's Andy Samberg
Those
and
two
one
other
other
dudes.
guy.
Oh yeah,
There's two other
guys.
really? I
Yeah. Dick
didn't
in a
even
box.
know that.
They're all like
Oh yeah, I got
SNL
my
writers.
dick in a box. That's another.
Those are classics.
Yeah, classics from when I was in high school / like DMAC.
I threw it on the ground was the best.
Yeah,
ever.
that one's
was,
great.
like so hard.
That one's
I would,
great.
Like I actually
Like a
listened
Boss
to that
is pretty
shit.
good, too.
That was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Shit on Karen's desk. Like a
Isn't
boss.
Shy Ronnie one with Rihanna?
Oh
Remember
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
What about I'm on a boat?
Oh,
Yeah, dude.
They had a lot of bangers, honestly.
a lot of bangers.
Well, they're like silly as fuck, but they're like a new age Weird Al. You know, I still love Weird Al's like a couple of his albums.
Yeah, the Jack Sparrow one they did with
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
Bolton. That
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
was pretty
Yep.
lit.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good.
It's so good. So, I mean, yeah. So after they wrote, the whole thing happened, they were writing about it, writing a script, and then they saw the documentaries and realized, oh shit, this is way worse than we could have imagined.
Okay.
So then they like are taking a small pivot to like how it more so of how, like the actual events because of how awful it was.
Okay, so that makes me, less of a cash grab. I mean, if they were already working on it prior to the documentaries.
Oh,
if
yeah.
they just like saw the documentaries and like, well, let's make a movie, then.
Yeah, no, there's a tweet, so I mean, how much can you gain from that? But I mean, like a tweet from Seth Rogen saying that they're going to do a parody of the Fyre Festival like back in 2017 when all the details started coming out.
Okay.
Obviously, though, we didn't have enough details until the documentary, so I mean, that's when we all learned some crazy, crazy stuff was going down.
I didn't even see this one, but even in France, everyone is talking about it. This,
Yeah.
the Fyre Festival documentary.
They're all talking about it?
Everyone saw it. It was like, oh, it's crazy.
It's so unbelievable. Just
It's-
thinking about we all knew it was a disaster, and then
Yeah.
it hit it hard.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
you can't
gotta
make
watch
that
it.
A
up.
man was prepared to suck dick for water.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that hits home for me
Yeah.
personally.
That
Like,
was real life, not a parody. That
no,
happened.
not a parody.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, how can they get any crazier? I mean, they're going to do...
Well, they'll just have a bunch of explosions, kind of like interview style. Like the island's like literally gonna be chaos. It's gonna be cool. Like
And
if they
somebody
do
has
it right.
to actually go through. He has to suck dick for water. They have to step it
Oh,
up
yeah.
a little bit extra.
Besides Billy, can we all agree the guy that was slashing tents or things and pissing on mattresses? It's easily the biggest villain. Like he needs to be the antagonist.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that guy's the worst. I mean that's,
He didn't even Billy made money. You know, like he got something out of it. That dude just fucked over a bunch of people for no gain.
Yeah.
Some men just want to see the world burn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, that guy's just he went to a dark place.
Well, I mean, like, why would you want to do that? So you, like, cut them all up and piss in them, then you got people raiding your tent. They're about to come raid your ass.
You're just
Mad
creating
Max
a
style.
shortage. Now it's Mad Max.
How much piss do
There
you
you go.
have? I can probably fill one mattress full of piss.
12 mattresses.
You gotta
Wow.
you gotta save it. You gotta pinch it off and then go to the next tent.
Oh, that's so tough, though.
Yeah.
I know, it doesn't feel great.
I have a weird habit when I'm camping that I like to mark a huge circle around the area that I camp.
I did that when we went to the fucking Boundary Waters, dude. I was like, being like, okay, animals understand piss.
There are bears
I'm
up there.
pissing around here, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I piss in a perfect circle around the entire perimeter.
Yeah, I started
perfect
doing it.
circle.
Me and my
exact.
my cousin were like really roughed it once. We'd been watching too much like survival shows, and we were like, let's camp without a tent. So we brought a tarp that we ended up basically just rolling ourselves up in. So me and my other grown ass man cousin were just rolled up into a tarp with a couple of blankets, and in the middle of the night we woke up because there was a lot of noise happening around us, and we got out a flashlight and beamed like just the night forest around us, and it was just all eyes. And it was like it was all like a huge herd of possums had just rolled in. It was hilarious. But then I was just like, all right, like for night 2 we're peeing everywhere.
Yeah,
This is not okay.
that is amazing.
That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
So
I usually like to
pee.
piss in one spot, but you guys are changing
You gotta spread it around. You gotta spread it around.
Spread
Makes
the joy,
sense.
spread the love.
You gotta feel the animal in you, man.
Yeah. But in the Boundary Waters, like, there's bears and wolves, but pee twice as much.
Oh, dude. It sounds like you want to go to Fyre Fest 2.0 then if you're volunteering.
I'm ready.
for that.
I'm ready.
You guys heard
Ready.
Ja Rule? He's working to have another
It's
music
gonna
festival.
happen.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately is gonna happen.
People are gonna go just for like an awful time. Like they're gonna
Yeah.
go
Oh,
just
yeah.
for the experience of getting fucked over.
There's
Right.
no way that it could be as bad.
No,
I assume
he'll get
Ja
somebody
is
that knows
bringing
what he's
on,
doing.
professionals who've done it before. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not to mention that Billy like isn't allowed to like handle a certain amount of
Right.
money like in
Right.
situations like
he
that
can't
or
be
something.
involved. There's no
Yeah.
way he's involved.
But he also has that ghost guy that he had like
Yeah.
doing all of his errands and shit. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
So-
the 21-year-old.
Yeah, his slave.
Yeah. So speaking of crazy creatures, like you were just bringing up there, Mitch. Small little segue I can bring out of this. Well, did you guys hear about that guy that went to an abandoned house to smoke weed? So why would this happened in Texas? Why would you admit that? First of all, in Texas,
Yeah. Smoke weed
Abandoned
in a
house.
backyard somewhere.
but smoking weed
Or
in
at a
Texas
park.
is beyond illegal. Like you can own 25 exotic animals and all the guns in the world, but you cannot smoke weed. It's a huge deal. But he found a caged tiger in this abandoned house.
I have a lot of questions.
Right, yeah. So in a state where you can own exotic animals, why are you hiding yours in an abandoned house's garage?
Well, I think it was that got like abandoned, like somebody got foreclosed.
But they were
on
saying
or
that there was
pop-
like a bunch of food like that had like fresh. I thought there was like fresh meat that had been left with it. Like somebody was showing up to
Human
like feed
meat.
it every once in a while.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have
Yeah.
anywhere to, you can't fit in a tiger in your
Apartment?
Yeah, apartment that you have to
Well, yeah, I mean, a tiger withers away pretty quick if you don't feed it. Like,
Yeah,
that's
for
all
sure.
I can say about a tiger.
Yeah, was the tiger like...
If I know anything.
Was it like tiger starving or was it...
No, he was
Healthy?
saying that there was meat in there.
Yeah, it was
They had like
getting
meat
fed.
with it. Yeah.
So the guy or a gal, whoever owned the house, at one point was visiting the place to feed it. Yeah,
Crazy.
But also, the guy who called it in, like, why was telling the cops that you were going there to smoke weed an
that's what
important
I'm
part
saying.
of that story?
So he tells the cops, and they're like, "Dude, you're high." Like, right? Like, obviously you're just high. And
Why wouldn't you just be like, hey, officer, I walked by this house and there was a roar from
I heard a
inside.
noise,
Maybe
yeah.
go check that out.
Exactly. Yeah, I was like walking by. You don't have to say that you were going there to smoke.
Yeah.
It was probably like...
I just want to know.
I saw a tiger over there.
Well,
How
obviously
does
the cops
one-
don't know how weed works because you don't hallucinate.
It's, I mean,
Oh, if you smoke a bitch.
If you lace it, maybe.
some
How does
reefer
one
madness
get a
though.
tiger?
How does one get a tiger? That's a great
Is that
question.
like the dark
Troy.
web?
Yeah.
Like, you just
Yeah.
I mean, it has to do with a lot of money, which there's a lot of money in Texas, and
Ask
mental
Mike.
illness.
Ask Mike Tyson.
Yeah, Mike Tyson. He had those two.
Yeah, you get filthy rich, do way too much cocaine, and then you buy a tiger.
I just don't know how you get it here. Like if you bought it illegally and have it in an abandoned house, so you don't even have like a good place to hide it. How the fuck did you get it here, dude? Because
Well-
you didn't write it here. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true. But
I mean, it was
very-
probably as a cub at some point, and then because that's easier to
true.
transfer, and then just grew up in the
Yeah,
lakes.
that's actually a really good.
I mean,
Stole a
they're
cub.
probably
That's
like
the saddest
there's probably
story.
shipping containers full of little baby tiger cubs coming
Yeah.
in, sneaking through
He was
the
supposed
ports.
to go to a zoo. Somebody didn't sign a document. Somebody, chain of custody goes off into another truck. I mean, it's one boom, bam, bam, boom. But hey, if you subscribe to the
That's showbiz.
that's showbiz, baby.
You gotta make money.
Yeah. If you subscribe to the notion that Mexico is filled with criminals and drug lords, then I mean Texas is bordering with Mexico.
I've seen Narcos Mexico, so I'm just saying.
Hashtag build the wall, right? Am I serious?
Yeah, it'll keep tigers out.
Yeah, yeah, we got all
We
these
gotta
tigers
keep
coming over the
criminals
border.
bringing the tigers over.
It's the real emergency.
Walking them over, dude. Apparently.
That's the real issue.
It's like nature's greatest killer, and we're just letting them into the country.
Oh my god, too good.
So what happened to the tiger?
Yeah, so thank you. I was just about to say, it was taken to a 5-acre sanctuary. Now, hold up. Tiger on a 5-acre. I had to do some digging. I had to do some journalistic research because that is, first of all, way beyond incorrect. CNN's fake news. Everybody knows this, right? If you listen to Donald Trump, CNN's fake news. I did some research on this sanctuary, and it's actually a 1,400 acre.
That makes
Oh,
way
shit.
more sense.
Yeah.
5 acres is like a really big yard.
Exactly. That's why I was gonna ask the question. I'm like, I'll just do a little bit of research. So yeah, once again, CNN fake news. 800 exotic animals are domesticated or contained in that 1,400 acres. So he's got plenty of things to feast on.
Jesus.
I like that they're like, here's a sanctuary. In a week, we're gonna bring in some tigers. Heads up.
Yeah. Even a single tiger
Yeah.
will demolish.
You've
the
got
population.
a week to prepare.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And good news is you can see this little abandoned tiger if you ever wanted to by visiting this sanctuary twice a month. They do guided tours.
Nice. Legit.
Are you working for them? Or?
Yeah, sponsored by.
Are you in like an armor-proof truck?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, safari. I've seen videos like you do a safari in like a thing that has protection, right?
Right.
Like,
I want
a
that.
Jeep with like a
Yeah.
covering. Or,
Yeah.
I hate zoo.
You hate zoos?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't like
It's so
SeaWorld.
sad,
Don't like
yeah.
zoo. Yeah. In general,
Well,
but
SeaWorld, ugh, yeah.
in general, I kind of like Blank Park Zoo here, or in Omaha, right?
I'm torn on
Is
zoos
that the
because
Blank Park's here.
Blank Park's
Omaha
here,
Zoo's
yeah.
in Omaha.
Omaha what?
Omaha Zoo's in Omaha. Blank Park Zoo's here.
Yeah, but the Omaha Zoo is a really, really good one for like the Midwest.
Yeah.
What's it
Yeah.
called?
It's Omaha.
Henry Dorley.
Oh, okay.
Henry Dorley Zoo. Yeah, I used to go there as a kid a lot.
It's
I
dope.
love the zoo, and it's really what made me like. I was just looking randomly in my storage, like downstairs, like trying to Marie Kondo the fuck out of my life. Spent one weekend, did some work, but I had some like drawings and like stuff, and it was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I wrote Africa.
Yes, dude.
Because I thought I must have thought it said, where do you want to travel when you want to grow up?
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, I mean that's a good aspiration.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Or you were just a child and you were just like Africa. Africa is what I want to do.
You didn't even know where is it.
Oh man. So let's get into this genie situation, guys. I don't have much notes on this because I just looked at the we have it on the video screen here. So Will Smith is going to be the genie, right? And in the first announcement trailer, Trey is about to burst out laughing. I can't wait to hear his thoughts. He's already not happy about these live action remakes. But first trailer, he was like a normal Will Smith. So, light skin complexion or dark skin complexion, but pretty much look like a white guy. As he gets older, he's getting whiter, it looks like. But it just...
That's what money does? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just showbiz, baby.
I'm pretty sure Ice Cube is basically white now.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, Michael Jordan is becoming blacker and blacker.
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. Really?
Basketball
On the
fiend
opposite.
over here.
Yeah.
So people were upset in the first trailer because he's just black. He's not blue. Like, what the hell? And then this next trailer comes out. It just dropped, I think, at the Grammys or around Sunday night, and he's blue as blue can be, right? He looks like he fell into a porta potty, right? Like Steve-O.
Yep.
He's just blue as hell, and people are super super upset about it. So I wanted to get hear what you guys thought.
We're talking about Aladdin. I don't think we ever said Aladdin.
Oh yeah,
but
thanks. Thank you so much.
Well, the genie I think that a lot of people are like tuned into
So-
this issue because it's a hot button one.
I'm glad. Okay, so I'm glad they beefed him up a little bit because I mean the original genie he was a beefier guy.
So
I
we're
didn't see
watching
this
the
one.
trailer kind of here. I'm just gonna skim through it so we can get to the part where he's revealed and people are super upset. So here he is. He's rubbing the lamp. Why is that a lamp, by the way? It
I
looks
like the
a
rug.
gravy
The rug
thing.
looks
What's
good.
that way he was rubbing it? Also,
Yeah,
he was like
Ugh.
getting his shoulder into it.
So people are super upset about the blue, but you know what they're really upset about is
Is
he's
his
got
face.
yeah, exactly. He's got the Will Smith face. I think that's fine personally, but what do you guys think?
I don't know. I'm torn on it. First, I think remakes are kind of just like instantly. They're just not good. They're never. It's like, why are we
Wait,
doing
so
it? Why are
time
you
out.
remaking a beloved thing?
Did you watch so this live action thing? I can kind of get behind and just humor me here and listen in. I liked the Jungle Book a lot. Nick and I
That's
went and
good.
saw
That's
it,
a good point. It was good.
good.
It was good.
and I think Lion King will be good too. I mean,
Aladdin was one of my favorite like Disney movies growing up. That's the one I watched like
Okay.
the most, I would say.
I generally just I'm always bummed. It's like, oh, we don't get more new content. We get a remake. But that aside, it's weird to me when you have CGI characters and you're like, well, we hired this super famous, extremely expensive actor to play them, so we have to use their face.
Right. So hold on. What if Robin Williams is still alive
Right.
and they just did him and like plastered his face on? Would people be pissed?
It would be
Like,
weird.
It would
The
be
genie
weird.
looked like
but-
fucking Robin Williams, though. Like I
Kind
don't know,
of.
A little bit, but
maybe
like-
not. He
I
had a
like-
big chin.
It's hard. To,
I
yeah.
think that knows.
You hired that person, we'll hear their voice, everyone knows who they are. You can make their face look like whatever you want.
What if Robin Williams was working on this before he passed away, and there's like a posthumous thing where they like just patched his voice in? Like, I would have been down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Will Smith's voice is like a lot kind of like Robin Williams in like a few ways. Like he's kind of like
If he does
he's
it more
like
like eccentric-y, like
Yeah,
he
when he's
did in the
eccentric.
original, then yeah, that would be.
yeah, he's
fine, I
like
guess.
can do that eccentric shit pretty well
Yeah.
already, and like it kind of already sounds like Robin Williams. So like okay, I'm not gonna see it. I don't give a shit. But
Yeah, but so what do you? I think that you have a good point. He's like Robin Williams was animated. His voice was so good for the genie. I think Will Smith can do the same. I think I like that idea that it's not about the face and about the blue. It's about how you bring that character. And I think he can do it. I mean, do you think that's his real upper torso too? By the way, like he's
No,
not
they beefed
that
him.
ripped,
They beefed
right?
him up. They
Okay.
beefed him up. for
Well, I
sure.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
he could probably get ripped because he has $1 million. So
Right.
I've never actually seen Will Smith with his shirt off
He's a
very
thinner.
often.
I
I
think
did
he's
recently
pretty,
on YouTube. I was
okay.
watching
actually unrelated. But
yeah,
I nailed it.
watching some videos where he was working out for some reason, and he's fit.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Respect.
I could see that.
I'm sure he is for sure.
Honestly, Will Smith is kind of like hasn't had a role that I've clicked with in quite some time. Like
Yeah.
like a
Since,
really
like,
long
Bad
time,
Boys,
actually.
maybe?
No
Bad
way,
Boys,
man.
honestly.
94? There's no way. You didn't like that
Man.
one movie, a post-apocalyptic one?
That movie was
Oh, yeah.
good, but like I
When
only
he's by
ever watched
himself?
it once
Yeah.
and never again.
Dude,
I
I
Am
loved it
Legend
because...
is
It was
we revisited it recently, and it's not as good as you remember it.
Doesn't hold
Like,
Really?
The zombies are really bad
Ugly,
looking,
yeah.
and like just like CG hell. And then the movie
Men in
honestly,
Black, though. Men in Black.
Men in
was
Black was like
Yeah,
one of the best
classic.
movies ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Didn't we
love that
just
movie.
watch that at Snowdo? Like, we were just in the hotel room, Men in
Oh,
Black.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And, like, dude, I loved it. Like, Men in Black was my shit when I was a
Yeah.
kid. So that one movie, though, what's it called? Do you know off the top of your head? The zombie movie?
With
It's-
the
I Am
dog.
Legend, yeah.
I Am Legend.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
man.
I Am
I loved how, so I watched it in theaters. I stole it online or something when I was like 21 or whatever.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
But the one that I stole, like, it was a DVD rip, and it had like a different ending, which I really appreciated. Like, I just like that. I had Butterfly Effect. Got the DVD used from GameStop, and it had the same thing. You could flip the DVD, and it had a different ending, which I kind of like that kind of stuff. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That movie is pretty interesting too because like it's based on a book and the things are vampires, not
Yeah.
even fucking zombies, and they
Oh.
can like talk. So it's
Weird.
like way different and like totally bastardized version of it, honestly. Because like
Interesting.
he's literally going around like in the book, like he has the whole like city marked out, and he's going to these like basically coffins and
Yeah.
just putting stakes in their hearts, you know, like
Wow.
during the day.
Crazy.
So yeah.
I Am Legend?
Yeah. No, the book.
Wow.
It's
So
like
you read
nothing. Yeah.
You've read the source material, so
Yeah.
I think that can affect like your thoughts on the movie.
For
though.
sure.
Well, I revisited it because I liked the movie, and then I read the book, and then I went back to watch the movie, and I was like, I don't know.
What about
That'll
the dog?
definitely change
though?
your opinion.
The
The
dog,
dog
though.
is an amazing
the dog,
part of the
though.
movie,
Yeah.
I agree.
Dog stole
Yeah.
the show.
Did.
Great dog.
Really did, dude. And there's like some cool like moments in that movie.
Yeah.
We kind of like really derailed, but like Aladdin.
Hey, dude, it's a Saturday afternoon. We're all just sipping on beers. Cheers! Cheers your friend if you can reach him.
I can't reach
gonna
anyone.
have to choose.
Come here, Nick. You got long enough.
Yeah.
Arm. See, gorilla reach.
There will be a lot of cheers today.
Gorilla reach.
Go Magic. Oh, wait, Go Gadget. Fucking beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Little known fact: Nick's wingspan is insane.
It's like 7+ feet.
I was
So-
thinking 8.
Aladdin's gonna be one thing, but guys, I'm very excited for this next film that got announced this week. At least that's getting worked on. Stephen Chow, you may have known him for a few movies out there. Most notably, for me at least, Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh shit.
Loved Kung Fu Hustle. Guess what? Kung Fu Hustle 2 is in the works. It's official. Did you guys like the first film? It's one of those like almost cult classics in my eyes. Like it's one of those very few, I would say dozen tops that I bought a DVD for. So now I will say I bought Butterfly Effect, Kung Fu Hustle from that same time period. I bought a DVD for Dawn of the Dead, those kinds of movies from like when I was like a teenager. Super Bad.
Yeah.
It's one of those films I loved it.
I always get Kung Fu Hustle and Kung Pao confused.
Oh,
Remember Kung Pao with like
Yeah.
the cheesy
Cow?
like
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
gopher one with the gopher nunchucks.
Yeah.
and the cow that does like the
Kung Pao
I
I've
love how you
seen
said gopher.
a
I
lot.
said cow. So it's
No,
like,
there is a cow.
Yeah, but I
that does
just
like the
mean, like,
Matrix thing.
There's a lot of animals
Yeah.
happening.
There's a lot of animals. Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda did it best, right? As far as animals doing Kung Fu.
I don't know. Kung
That was a really
Pao
good
might
movie,
have done it the best.
Hey man,
It's
there's
so
been like
good.
5 Kung Fu Pandas, 1 Kung Pao.
Well, quality not quantity.
So I want to toss it to any of you guys. Did you watch the first film, Kung Fu Hustle, and did you like it? And are you excited for this one? Because there's a caveat to this that you may not be down with. It's set in modern times. So there's going to be the cell phones. There's going to be like how much of a slum can he come from, or like the protagonist if it's modern day, you know? I know China's probably still shit in a lot of places.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
They have like a block that's like
I've,
the most
been
densely
there.
populated area in the world, and it is literally just
Yeah.
shit sheds. Like this is how high your ceiling like is, like 3 feet off the ground.
People
Yeah.
live in like bunks.
Yeah.
Like, that's all. That's
It's psycho.
They'll
Their
have like
rooms are,
15-person families living in like apartments that are like an efficiency apartment,
yeah,
basically.
you have ties to China.
Yeah, my sister is like half Chinese.
She's not really, but
She lived there for a few years, and my dad lived there for a few years.
She lived there and knows Mandarin,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah.
Okay.
Pretty close.
So that's a little different than being half Chinese.
So I'm half
She
American.
might be. I don't know.
yeah.
She's married to an Asian, essentially.
Yeah, yeah.
So. A
But
different
yeah,
kind of Asian.
it's a third world country still. They
An
have some-
American Asian.
like Hong Kong is beautiful, but also really dense, and like Beijing has beautiful parts, but then like some slums and some very densely populated parts. Also, some of the best kung fu movies of all time were at least modern day at the time, like Surf Ninjas immediately comes to mind.
That's a great film.
Yeah, probably holds up.
I think this falls into unnecessary sequels, kind of like Anchorman 2, Super Troopers 2, like just things that like the second one, the charm's lost over, especially when there's like a huge gap in between. Oh,
Yeah.
The back is.
the back's facing out, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So you were just sorry not to interrupt, but you were talking about Super Troopers.
yeah, it's just a bunch of movies that weren't funny after 10 years pass and you make a sequel. I
So
don't
I'm
know.
realizing I never
Yeah.
watched the original actually.
Oh,
so
really?
I'll have to check it out.
Oh damn, dude! I think I have the DVD still. I'll definitely toss it your way.
You didn't like Super Troopers 2 though?
It was like fine. It just like wasn't as heavy hitting as the first
I
one.
thought it was
Yeah.
pretty good. I mean, like I'm not
It helped.
15 anymore or whatever. I was
Right,
when it came out,
yeah.
but-
Do you think it was comparable to the first one?
I mean, the first one's better, but I thought the second one was good. It was funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't saying it was
Okay.
to hate on it. It's just like an unnecessary sequel that I kind of thought was.
Sure.
I
It's
like-
a sequel that a lot of people wanted, and then eventually they're like, all right, we'll make it.
Yeah. They're like, okay, shut the fuck up, dude. We'll take your goddamn money.
Jesus,
I
yeah.
will say it's easy for me to get hyped and excited for things, and it's good to have a friend like you that is like, hey, yeah, should this even be made? Because it is good to keep that perspective. Like, this probably doesn't need to be made. I was happy with Kung Fu Also One, especially with the modern times thing. That's getting me a little shaky.
You guys watched the movie Big Trouble in Little China?
It's one of the best movies ever.
Yes.
I watched it recently. It's so good.
It's one of the best movies ever, dude.
That's when I haven't seen it actually.
And that's like what they're remaking that shit, and it doesn't
What?
make sense to
What?
me, dude. Yeah. So it's like that's such a good original idea.
Yeah.
It's like fucking weird fights, like what
Yeah,
is it
yeah.
with gods, like with
like
lightning coming out of their eyes, and like it's like Raiden fucking fighting. What's his name? Kurt Russell, and it's like
Yeah,
an amazing idea.
Everything about it was beautiful.
Yeah, and it's an original, cool idea. Like the '80s was great for that. Just like Blade Runner is such a cool fucking idea. Like diving into like AI and shit.
They
Like,
redid that though.
I
right?
need to
Yeah,
watch
well,
Blade
it's-
Runner 2049. I need to rewatch it.
It's really good.
Yeah, it was, dude. On my new TV, we had just gotten it, and or a while after, it was on HBO, and I like tried to watch it with Lid, or like we tried to watch a shitty rip, and it just was not the kind of way to watch it because I was like late at night, fell asleep, whatever. But I need to revisit it. Yeah, I think you have a good point, dude. Like, why are they remaking that?
I don't know.
But I mean, even the Blade Runner movie, kind of an unnecessary sequel. like, it's like I
But
liked
then they
it.
killed it. But then they like
Yeah,
that
they-
one was done so well that I like forgave them immediately.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, when it was announced, I was probably like, that's a cash grab.
Yeah.
And so I didn't remember the name. It was a few months ago, and I text my brother and I told him, you remember this movie where like a Chinese girl like needs to be saved, and this Chinese guy have lies from his mouth? That's literally what I said.
Yeah,
He was like, yeah, Big Trouble in Little China. I was like, yes.
Yeah. The hero's a truck driver. Does that ring a bell? Yeah.
All right, guys, let's get into the Grammys. Just want to recap because I know some of you guys don't actually care about a lot of this, but I think it's worth mentioning. I mean, we cover music expansively on this, music and music festivals. So yeah, that's why we've talked about Fyre Festival like 4 weeks in a row now. But so here's some results. I'll just rattle them off. I have them on the sheet if you wanted to take a peek. Childish Gambino winning Song and Record of the Year is huge.
Yes.
We did a huge segment with This Is America after that music video dropped out of nowhere. Got 3 million views within the first, or 300 million views, sorry, within the first like 10 hours it was out. Album of the Year. So the category was interesting. It had Brandi Carlile, who is playing at Hinterland this year, and they made Hinterland a 3-day just so she could come back on Sunday. That's like legit a real thing, which is interesting to me. And so she's huge in Iowa. She was up there. Drake's Scorpion was there, which is not his greatest album. I really did not like it. 24, 27 songs. Dude, come on. You got to have quality.
Trim that down a
not
little
quantity, yeah. But there was a couple other ones on there. I think Her was nominated. Didn't ever listen to her album, but Casey Musgraves, Golden Hour. Really loved her 2015 pageant material. She's a country pop artist, so think Taylor Swift before she got country, and awful like in that way. Like Lydia compared her to that, and I was like, that's interesting. I don't agree with that, but as far as like the general genre she would be placed in, it matches. But she doesn't sing like with awful lyrics like her boyfriend breaking up, all that. So she wins Album of the Year with Golden Hour. None of you guys ever have checked out her album, I'm assuming.
I've heard a few songs, but no, I haven't listened to it.
Okay. I've been listening to it all week. It's a ripper. I'm really happy for her. But let's get
That's
into
a
a
hard
category.
no.
What's
I
that?
said that's a hard no over here.
Yeah. Dude, I generally don't like
So
country.
it's not like as country as you would think. Like,
More pop.
yeah, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's I want to just like
Singer
compare it
songwriter.
to- I can't remember their name now. It's killing me.
Okay.
Cut this. Keep
Okay.
going.
No,
I'll
I'm not
think
gonna cut it. But if
No,
you do
chop it the fuck out, okay, Sean? Cut it! I'll spike the mic for you so you know to cut it.
I was watching. You were getting red in the face. So I mean, I would definitely recommend everyone check it out. It's really, really good, easy listen, and I really like. I'm just happy for her because I loved her 2015 album. So
It's crazy that because
country doesn't usually win Album of the Year.
It's been a long time since that genre ever came out with anything good. So
Well, I like the Brothers Osborne. That's a good example of like a more earthy, more like like sounds like
I'll do more like bluegrassy type.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I like that kind of shit. I can get down on some of that.
It's like at some point in the 70s, the 80s, country got like commercialized and popped in the worst way, where it became worse than just pop music. Like pop music sometimes has content.
dude, like actual like country music now is like starting to like incorporate some like electronic stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like fucking gross.
yeah, it's very gross. Like, but this album doesn't do that. It's more like the guitar, the strumming, and a little bit of a twang, but not really.
I feel like when American folk music turned into country music, that's when it turned to shit. Because it's kind of the same shit, but like old school like Woody Guthrie type shit is like fantastic, and then you get to like fucking Garth Brooks, and I just want to fucking tear my fucking
No,
teeth out.
exactly. So that's okay. We've been talking about Casey way too long at this point, but last thing is it's not like that. So I tried showing it to Lydia today. She's not digging it at all, not at all. But I think that a lot of people would. I'm happy for her. That's all I want to say on that. So best dance album. I'm bringing this up because Toki Monster, who I just seen in Osheaga, and she's gonna be at Forest this year. So Nick and Mitch and I are all gonna be there seeing her. Probably she didn't win, but she had a sick outfit. I wish I was.
Which is basically winning.
Yeah, no, like it was absolutely.
Drake would definitely argue that that's winning.
yeah, as long as you're people are listening to music. But congrats to Justice.
Yeah.
One of Clem's.
Yeah,
Aren't they from France?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, shit, that like EDM shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's great. Like early Justice, I like
Yeah.
listen to that like in high
Early
school.
Justice was way more EDM. I mean, not really EDM. I think EDM
It's like
is
indie electronic.
It
was, like, pretty heavy,
They
actually.
did some really hard
It's
stuff.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Some
it's
of the
heavy.
songs
Yeah.
are really hard. Right now they're more like kind of a little more pop, but still doing some like cool song.
That like dance song was the first
Yeah,
one I
yeah.
ever heard.
Dance.
I'll
one of the
revisit them
famous
Dance
because I
songs.
love
and
their old
Stress
shit.
are two of my
Yes.
favorite electronic songs
Oh, yeah.
ever, period.
So good.
So hey, did you receive the shirts or
They're
what?
not here yet.
Oh, we bought some Justice shirts.
Last weekend,
At
drunkenly
4 a.m.
at like 4 a.m. ordered Justice shirts.
Hey, their logo,
Yeah,
is it like the cross logo? 'Cause
Yeah.
those
Yeah,
are
on the
sick.
back. Yeah.
Those are sick.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Wow. So yeah, Justice won Best
World
Dance
War,
Record.
That
Women
happened
Worldwide.
No, they've been in the scene for maybe 20 plus
Yeah.
years.
Good for them. I don't think
Yeah.
they've ever won Best Dance Album ever. I want to give a shout out to John Hopkins' Singularity. It's insane. It sounds like a soundtrack in a movie. Like it's unbelievable. I think everybody should listen to it. It's one of my favorite albums of last year, as far as like a honorable mention.
I used to smoke weed with John Hopkins.
Tight.
That and Sloan Kederick.
Mitch is gonna pass away.
Mitch is gonna
They don't
pass away.
appreciate that.
I don't really
did.
understand it that
It's
much.
just like a Step Brothers joke.
Oh, got it. Bring Me the Horizon. Congrats to my boys, man. I've been a huge fan of theirs for 12, 13 years. They were nominated for Best Rock Song. Didn't win.
Crazy.
I forget what won. Oh, a song with, I don't remember her name. But they were nominated still, at least. That's pretty awesome. Like, I mean, they have, a lot of us here at least have ties to them. Drake wins Best Rap Song, so this is the kind of thing I want to chat with you guys about. He comes out and he's giving out like this crazy speech saying, "Hey, if your hometown, if you're making music in your hometown, and people are listening, loving your songs, you're just singing every word, you already won this. You don't need to be here at this award show. This is silly." And he goes on and on about that.
Makes a good point.
Right. We play this is an exact quote of what he said. We play in an opinion-based sport, not a factual one. The point is, you've already won if you have people that are singing your songs word for word, if you're a hero in your hometown. Look, if there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain and snow and spending money to buy tickets to your shows, you don't need this right here. And he points to the Grammy and he says, "You've already won." Crazy. He goes on and on. Like, I think right about there actually is when they cut his mic. Actually, so
crazy.
yeah, the Grammys he's
Censorship.
Drake is never coming back to the Grammys.
Right, yeah.
They're like, actually, we're taking that back.
Yeah, rappers all might be like, nah.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So he's arguably one of the biggest pop stars, right? Would you say that he's a pop star? I think he is. Like, he's a rap artist, but
Yeah.
so one of the things that he's kind of like not, and I think a lot of artists that have like these cross genre kind of albums and music. I mean, Pop Style is a full rap song, right? I just listened to that today, so it's at the top of my head. But like Crew Love is R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
and almost pop.
Yeah.
Crew Love, and I love that track with The Weeknd featured on it. So he's not. I think he has a good point. Like, I think there's a good argument to be made that, like, why are these artists put in this one category? He can only win rap album of the year. He's never gonna be put in the pop album and not in these other categories. And I know it's like, okay, we're talking about a dude that makes $50 million a year or whatever he makes, you know, but I think at some point the Grammys have to start evolving with music that's evolving. You were saying earlier, Nick, country's getting this synth vibes. Not that they should have the dance records in there or like in the dance category, but it's just interesting to me, like a good thought with the direction.
Like the new Bring Me the Horizon album, they're like crossing a lot of
exactly.
genres. So how are you supposed to like label that anymore? Like they don't really have like a set genre that they're stuck to anymore. I don't know.
Of their like 15-track album that just came out, AMO, which is like a more love but cut off, scratched out is what they say. There's like 3 or 4 songs on there that are legit electronic songs. Legit, like the one the interlude's 100%, and I love it. It's like already went into my instrumental playlist I have. It's really, really good. And yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to me that he's always had animosity and to the Grammys. It's understandable. He's always put in that singular category as best rap album. Not that Scorpion shouldn't be. I mean, I didn't really listen to much of it because it just turned me off really bad. But
it's one. Yeah, I don't know why, but I never really, I guess, gave it a shot like all the way through. I obviously heard multiple songs off that many times just out and about, but I don't think I ever sat and listened to it front to back.
I mean, guys, you all agree that a 24-song album is just too like
I can't think of a single 24-song album that I would consider to be like straight killer.
Right.
Unless it's like 2 discs.
Yeah, no, like B-sides. Like,
because you got
well, no. Like when they come out with a deluxe album that it has the B-sides that didn't make the cut, and then that's included, that's different.
Aren't some of those like interludes and shit? Because like I'm back in the day, like Dr. Dre and that shit, and, like Wu-Tang, those were like really long albums.
Yeah.
Like what is it like?
It's a normal thing in hip hop, like back in the day, to have like really long albums.
But like a ton of those are interludes, and frankly, probably some filler tracks.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick was legit a whole skit album. And it was still like 17, 18 tracks, I think, before the deluxe came out. And it's just ripper after ripper after ripper. I love it.
That's a good point. That's a very good point.
I love that album. It's a good one. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts on that. Last thing I wanted to say, just because I know it hits home for all of us in the room, mainly Nick though, is that best rap album went to Cardi B. I mean, to be fair, that album has taken over the last year. She's just blown up to be like bigger than Nicki Minaj in a lot of ways, even though they have that animosity. So she beat out Mac Miller. So posthumously, that would have been cool to see him take the W on that.
I actually checked out that Mac Miller album and it's really fucking good.
Swimming, right?
Dude, it's so good.
It's called Swimming?
Swimming, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't something I anticipated even kind of liking, and I was like, oh, weird. But
it's great.
I tried to listen to Cardi B as well, and I am like, why? Yeah. And who do I have to fucking kill?
Hey, man, I have not given that album a listen because for me to do that, I in my brain I have to hit download, and I don't want to have her to get another download. Does that make sense?
I just
hear a number of her songs
on one song, and I was like, okay, we're doing this thing. We're not doing.
We're
this
not.
thing.
We're not gonna do this. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's wrap up with a couple last topics that are more Des Moines based. We try to do that as well on this show. First, let's do the smaller topic one. It might be smaller at least, but the once historic, because it closed in 1978, Riverview Park here in Des Moines is making a comeback with a $4 million, funneling in $4 million to make a concert venue. That's going to be great, I think. It's an outdoor type venue.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Kind of by North, unfortunately.
I was going to say, I'm not even familiar with
right?
it.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's pretty close to North High School. So
okay.
Gross.
That's kind of a rough area.
Ways to waste $4 million for 100, Bob.
Jesus. In the works now for a few years. We've covered this idea that Riverview would come back and other proposals. The 1,500 capacity indoor venue that eventually will come, hopefully, because none of us at all like Seven Flags. So hoping that would come around.
Waterworks is doing the thing where they're making the little concert venue too.
That's tight, yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah, that's not by North.
Yeah.
I've been to Waterworks for more than just Fire and Five Alive, and it's always been a good time. I saw Hanson there, Star 102.5 Music Festival back in 2011.
Oh, West Fargo is pretty big.
Yeah, so that's the problem is like we can't bring in the artists that pull double of what Woolies is, which is about 680. We don't have the 12 to 1500 cap venue here in Des Moines, so it's tougher. So that would be like the Myth in Minneapolis or what else is there?
Did they ever cut off the whole armory thing they were talking about in the works here? They were gonna maybe turn our armory into a venue.
Yeah, I don't know. You've been there, right? You've been there before for a show. You went to that like little warehouse.
I don't know if that was the place or not. I don't know if they've actually done shows there.
Oh, I think that you guys went to that like Mexican restaurant that turned into a venue after hours. It was weird. But so this the Riverview Park originally opened in 1915, closed in 1978. Somebody was quoted. One of these city workers was saying that it's the Gray's Lake of the East Side, the Riverview Park. So
Maybe.
interesting.
Well,
The Gray's Lake of the East Side.
It's opening in 2020.
Gray's Lake is like isolated from everything is what makes it okay. Like it's not really on the south side. There's no residential anywhere near it.
Yeah.
It's like just one street that has like the waterworks across the street from it, so there's nothing close, so it's like isolated.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where this thing is going. I doubt it'll be that isolated. It's gonna be like
plus Gray's Lake is like there's always people there because it's right next to downtown. You can run there over your lunch break, run around it and run back. There's tons of people there all of the time. Riverview is like in the middle of it's just in the middle of the north side. Why would anyone ever be there?
That's a good point. So yeah, Gray's Lake, the whole area that and Waterworks is split by floor, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, I mean,
interesting.
Part of me is excited. I would like to at least go there for one show and just test it out, right?
Well, you gotta go. Don't just take my haterism as fact, bro. I
Hey,
know that I'm
as you get
always
older,
right.
you hate less at least. Okay. We got to talk about the City View Best of in Des Moines, guys, because that just came out. We didn't cover this last year, but I think we have before. It's really, really interesting to me. Did not know how many categories. It's extremely expansive.
Some of them
they're just padding it to give away awards.
Oh, yeah.
Like the best in West Glen.
Yeah.
No,
best barber shop. There's a crazy bunch of crazy categories.
Best barbershop whose owner was not born in America.
No, look.
I just opened it. Best local Irish bar. Best local patio bar.
There was like
best local dive bar.
best French
local
fries.
fancy pants bar.
Oh, here's my favorite award, guys.
Best French fries went to Bebop's.
I know.
I want to fight someone.
Same, bro.
Those are disgusting fries. I love Bebop's. Their fries are garbage.
Yeah, their fries are not great. I'm never happy when I eat those.
They're terrible.
Well, okay, so time out. Real quick before we talk about fries, because I want to hear everybody's favorite fry. This is my favorite category. Best local paint and sip art studio. So that's one of those
That's
wine.
brand new. That's a brand new category.
Yeah. That's one of those things where you drink wine with
one.
this place called the Naughty Nail.
Gives a fuck.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I just want to know. So I always see these awards, and there's all these places I've never heard of in my entire life, and I've lived here most of my life. You know?
Best Japanese food got Akibono, which I don't really know if that's deserving, but it was good.
Yeah, no, it's
We went for Shayna's birthday in December. I thought it was good.
Isn't that a chain though?
No.
No.
So that's the goal of these City View Awards is to give it to local cuisine.
But like Miyabi 9 is
Right.
Miyabi 9 is the best.
I do love Miyabi 9.
Thank God somebody else agrees with me. But I would say,
well,
They used to have the only sushi chef and master sushi chef in the Midwest.
Yep.
I don't know if that's still true.
But
I'm
he's
sure that
still there, and he's
Chicago-
still great.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so good.
Also, he was very, very, always a very good friend and very nice to Lydia's grandpa before he passed. And we would go there with Lydia. I would go there with Lydia and her grandpa and her dad, and he would just bring out like mochi ice cream. He would just he'd come to our table, talk to her.
He's
grandpa.
a really great host, and it's the best sushi in the state.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm making this up or what, but he had I know for a fact what he had done for most of his life. He's like in his 50s, 60s now. He traveled from Japan to California, made a bunch of like a couple sushi restaurants there, sold them, did it again, sold it, did it again. Now he's here in Des Moines, and I believe like through the Japan being born there and his California connections, he's able to get fresh fish from Japan or from California and fly it straight to Iowa. So like it's like supposed to be like the best tasting for a reason. Like it's not flown from who knows where, right? Like so here. We have French fries we need to talk about for sure, but now I'm on this.
Wait, are you guys eating like raw fish or like the sushi we all eat? Like, you know
what do you mean?
With the rice, because some people eat just the fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't do that.
Lydia eats salmon that is on top of rice,
Nigiri.
but it's raw.
Nigiri is my favorite type of sushi, where it's just fish on rice with some wasabi.
You know what I mean?
And then they've got just fish. What is that called?
You can Google it real quick.
Sashimi.
Oh yeah, that
Nailed
might
it.
be it.
And then they have rolls.
Because like yesterday we went to Akebono, Madison. I just for like a roll and a glass of wine, and you know it's like cream cheese. You know what I mean? It's just like
I mean Philly. I have to get a Philly. I don't care if I get a specialty, this, that, the other. I got to get a Philly.
It's so good, but just I should try maybe more like just raw fish.
Very
like,
true.
You know?
Yeah,
I like to get the fancy ones that like have all the crunchy stuff. And
They taste good.
It
It's
tastes
really
great.
We've been talking about Akabono. We've been talking about Miyabi 9. I'm gonna break y'all's heart right now because guess who won Best Sushi? Sakari.
What?
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh my god!
I know. You know there once.
How
at
much did
least.
they pay?
Right.
How much did they?
Well, no. Here's my thing. You know what they do? They send a foodie, right? They send a foodie. I put my hands in quotes because it's kind of like that's your job. But food critic, okay, sure.
That's your job.
But they send them there, and you know what they do at Sakari?
They give you shots.
Free shots.
Yeah.
That's all they ever do, man.
Yeah.
Like I went there for Tyler Olson's birthday. And they just gave us a bunch of I'm pretty sure they gave the table a bunch of shots.
And listen, I'm into it. But
mean,
also, their
cool.
sushi isn't third best.
No,
Probably not fourth best because there's like we'll just not go down that rabbit hole. But like, there's so many good restaurants.
I can
like,
think of 4 better than them without
so
thinking for a
Wasabi
second.
Tao is where we went last night for like Valentine's Day. And it
That
was
one's better.
phenomenal.
Wasabi Tao, Wasabi Chi, Miyabi 9, Akebono.
Yeah, Akabono was
There's
better
a
than
bunch that are
Yeah,
better.
Wasabi
honestly,
was
that
the
one
first
by
one I ever
Drake
went to.
probably is better than Sakari.
Yeah.
And that one's
Al
shitty.
Chi on
Yeah, okay,
by Morelje-ish, right? That's where
Yeah,
Wasabi Chi is?
yep, yeah, it's right up Douglas.
That's the first one we ever went to here.
And actually, last night at Akebono, they were giving us some shot, and Madison and I were like, "Oh, they're trying to do the same as Sakari, you know."
Yeah,
I was like, "I don't want this shot. I'm
So-
trying to rest." But tonight,
One other category I was kind of pissed off at
Okay,
was the best tattoo shop.
Oh my
wasn't
god!
it Lucky Gal?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
the
my?
fuck? That's what I'm
Dude,
saying.
is this opposite reviews?
Hey,
I just don't
that's-
even fucking
It
understand.
doesn't make sense.
So wait, time out. Who should have won then? I want to hear from Trey real quick.
Ironheart.
Ironheart.
They
Okay,
literally
well,
have
Ironheart was a
award-winning tattoo artists that travel the fucking world.
Who? Paul
Like-
Weiss?
Paul
No, he's
and
not.
Josh.
He's like low on the tier list. Like Josh and Buddha. Those guys are like renowned. And then like also I guess Arcadian's a great tattoo shop.
There's so many good artists.
Sacred
like,
Diamond
Sacred
is a
Diamond
great tattoo
artist.
shop
Yeah,
if you're like into more like Japanese shit.
right.
Since we're on that.
See, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what like I wonder how can the public vote for these things? Like how does this work?
I think
Yeah,
that's
you
how.
tried?
I think
I
it
think
is
it
largely
how it
voting
works,
based.
Yeah.
So
So
if
the
the
thing
public
with
can
Lucky
vote,
Gal is they
then-
have like 3 locations, right? So it's like three
Three shitty
3X.
locations.
They're all shitty.
I worked there, and I'll tell you.
But
Oh
someone-
wait, that's the guy that fucked you over?
yeah, that's where
Fuck
that's
them.
the shop. I
He was
at.
going as an apprenticeship, right? Like,
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
but I mean, like people are voting because they got a shitty tattoo there, but it's their tattoo, and they're just like, "It's where I got my tattoo."
Well, yeah.
So it's
a
like
lot
more
of
accessible
people.
to the public, I think. Just because that shop is kind of those shops are harder to get into. You have to wait a little bit. It's not like
True,
just
you
do
can
many
walk into
walk-ins,
Lucky
you know.
Gal easy. Yeah.
So maybe that has something to do with it. but
Walk-ins,
it's-
yeah.
If the quality that I don't know.
Those shops don't even look great, dude.
They're
like,
not. They're
I
dirty.
mean, like, if you were to be a City View person without tattoos and walk into shops,
Yeah.
like Ironheart would win hands down. You'd be like, wow, this place is just
It
beautiful.
looks great.
Like, you know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got like great art. Got like it's made out of wood. Like
right,
everything's wooden.
So
you
here's
know?
the thing, real quick. I just want to make sure we say this. I know we halfway through the topic at least, but City View does not make the selections. They just do the tabulations. They had 12,000 votes for all these so there's 100 categories.
They are making up the categories, so
Yeah.
fuck them anyway.
Oh, interesting. So they do it after they get the votes, maybe. That'd be weird.
I think they have categories that you get to vote on.
Okay,
like, they make up the categories.
So I'm gonna caucus for Ironheart next year.
Well, no,
Yeah,
so
somebody
Ironheart,
does, dude.
Ironheart at least got a runner.
or just like any other shop.
Runner up. Jesus Christ, a
Yeah.
lucky gal. That's gotta sting, dude. They probably
I
cut
know.
their own dicks off.
Here's
You
here's
still get a plaque, I think, if you get runner up though.
Yeah.
I mean,
City
still,
View
that's-
plaque. Like, look at the other restaurant, like other shit in there.
No,
Like,
they get like a little sticker on their front door when they.
I'm pretty sure a lucky gal is what Lydia was recommended to go to.
Yeah.
To get this to walk in and get a like an RL Grime tattoo on her hand.
So hold on. I will say there are a couple of artists within the 3 locations that I know and then do good work. But just general as a shop as a whole, yeah, I don't think
for sure. I'm not gonna act like I know every artist at every shop, but
Yeah.
like reputation wise, that shop is not good.
Yeah, so I'm happy you guys got fired up over the tattoos. Especially you, Trey. I mean, you have a good friend that does a phenomenal work, and Nick.
Nick has like the best tattoos of anyone I know.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
No, right. No, that's what I'm saying. It's like both of you guys are the person to talk to get Rex for sure. But a couple other categories that get like the most votes. So what this is mainly for, not this like wine and drink and art thing, but what it's mainly for is for the restaurants.
Yeah.
Because we do have some really phenomenal restaurants in Des Moines.
We have some great restaurants.
And I was actually happy, even though I've never been there. I've just heard rave reviews from like friends of the show, Alex Bush, who's been on plenty of times. But Dumpling Darling gets best new local, which is cool.
cool,
Right?
except
That is
that they're
cool.
not a local restaurant.
Yeah,
So what do you mean?
They're from Iowa City. There is a original one in Iowa City, and they opened a satellite branch here. It's not a local restaurant.
Interesting.
Gotcha,
okay,
gotcha.
so that's weird how they would categorize that.
They're literally
went
just because
there-
it's here. They're like it's local.
So
Goodwill
we went there
won
to-
the best local thrift store.
Jesus.
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Oh yeah.
Goodwill.
Yeah, you're right.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. They're
Yeah,
literally in
they-
every city.
There.
There are 5 in the metro. Like, how does that work?
I think what they mean is that local, as in it's there
Because
in
the building
Des Moines.
is in Des Moines.
There's
That's
like-
why.
That would be like if they voted like McDonald's the best local burger.
That's actually
true.
a really good point. So Trey, you were gonna say something about Dumpling Darling?
It's not that good. Like, so I've been there 2 separate times. Like once in Iowa City, once to here.
Wait, time out.
3 times now.
Can I really quick to interrupt you? Was that the place that we went to when we went to that show in Iowa City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay. I felt like I paid a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
First thought.
I mean,
too
okay,
much.
so they're okay, but like, so if you're eating only dumplings and you're getting these, like, I got multiple different like of the platter things. They were just like the samplers. There was never like a whole platter that I enjoyed. There was usually one on the entire thing that was like, oh, okay. So if I like ordered only that one, I would have been like, this restaurant kicks ass. But that's not how I ordered, and I don't think it's that good.
Yeah, I think you have a good point. Like, I like to do the platters as well, sampler platter types of thing. And if 5 of the 8 or 12 are, like, not great, like, it does affect overall. I just remember spending too much for what I felt like I got that day.
I was thinking the same thing. We went there. I think it was for Chantal's birthday or someone.
Chantal's?
And I don't know who, but anyway, we went there and we ate before and I was like, oh my god, that's so expensive. I'm so glad we ate before. It's for like 6 dumplings, whatever.
It's like
$18.
And it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's an appetizer for me. A dumpling.
Right,
it's not like a.
I mean, I could eat like dumplings as a meal, but like the amount they give you is kind of abysmal, and like I don't know, it
Right.
was kind of a whack restaurant.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear you guys' reviews on it. I do know that friends of the show, Alex, loves it because he got like a bottle of sake or whatever.
Sure.
We drink a lot of sake there. It is
Yeah.
conveniently next to the Black Sheep. So
True. You guys are always sneaking
It's
off.
next
to get-
door, yeah.
So wait, it is next to the Black Sheep. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who didn't win best? This is one of the other things that pissed me off.
All right,
They took
all right.
runner-up on Nightlife to Noche.
Why? Oh.
I
Don't
spend
know,
a lot of
Che.
time out about at night, and I've never been to Noche. I never have been to Noche.
I've never had the urge.
At this
though.
point, I have to keep not going because I just I feel like I'd be caving. It'd be like getting a Facebook account. I have to stick to my guns. Even if it becomes inconvenient, I have to not do it.
Well, one
Okay.
of your classmates is
Yep,
the
high
part
school
owner,
classmate,
co-owner,
part owner,
right?
Yeah, it's
Maxwell.
Yeah.
and I wish no ill on him, but I don't want to go to Noche.
Right on.
I've been one time. It's all. The thing is, there's no comparison between Noche and Black Sheep. It's totally different. I mean,
Yeah.
Noche is way more, fancy and
And the
quiet.
other runner-up was Hush.
Yeah.
I love Hush personally.
I've only
Like-
been once, so maybe I
Okay.
should reserve judgment. The music just wasn't good when I was there.
Okay,
Yeah.
no. So every time we've gone, we get a little bit wet and willy, but like it's a good time.
Oh my god.
It's fun.
It's a good time.
Yeah.
Okay,
no, Black
so
Sheep is cool for sure.
a couple other categories I just have highlighted on here just because I think it will spark some discussion is best local family restaurant, the Latin King. That's my favorite restaurant in Des Moines, so I'm really happy to see that. I even got like the most like thing on the menu that I would probably never ever like, which was liver. And I liked it. Like I was like, whoa, and I felt like I was like jacked.
That's a place
after
that I
it.
always hear about and never been to.
Man, the Latin King is my favorite.
It's very
sit-down.
good. I like Noah's better for like a family.
Fuck no,
Italian.
dude. We just went to Noah's for Lydia's mom's birthday. That place blows
What?
asshole.
What?
Asshole.
What?
But here's the thing.
Outrageous.
Listen to me.
No,
You know,
outrageous.
no, hold up. I never have ever had their pizza.
Their pizza's lit.
But I go to those places. I get pizza all the
Yeah,
time.
no.
I got lots of matzo cooking. I can smell it. Thank you, Liz.
I got lots of matzo. Lots of matzo is great.
That's the best frozen pizza
I pick
officially
up
now.
Noah's and bring it home for pizza, but like if I'm going, I won't get pizza.
I go there and for pasta, dude. I
Yeah.
love pasta, but I never will eat pasta because it's my favorite food. Spaghetti, lasagna, easily. My mom's lasagna is my favorite. Besides a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti.
And it's on
You
your
know.
sweater already.
Hey.
But I went there just in December, dude, and that shit tastes like Michelina's TV dinner pasta.
my
God.
Well, I am sorry that you had
What's-
that experience.
Man, the best thing was the free bread.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Yikes.
not happy. I've been there 3 times ever since I met Lydia. All 3 awful.
Wow.
All 3.
I've been to Noah's a good amount of times. It's a good restaurant. Never been to Latin King, so I can't speak to that. But
Interesting.
They're both
We should
really
all
good.
go. It's
I've never been to Michelina's home diner. Either,
You got out of Michelina's.
No,
88-cent
I used
dinner
To
at-
get wheels and cheese, big time.
Oh, yeah.
To hit those wheels and cheese hard.
The Latin King has like for real mafia ties.
That's
mob
what I'm
ties,
talking
yeah.
about. That's why I kind of part of me likes it. My Sopranos is the best show ever.
I'm trying to not get shot.
So I wanted to bring up these last 2
You just gotta
ones.
show respect.
real
Okay.
quick.
Okay.
Just because I know it will bring up some discussion here. Simon's wins best kept secret. I've never been
Dude.
there. Want to go
Apparently,
so
it's a
bad.
very well kept secret.
Have you ever?
Simon's
never
is the
been.
best
So hold
restaurant
on.
in town by
What?
like a lot.
It-
Yeah,
okay.
time out. Real quick, I tried going there with Lydia for her mom's birthday, but we went at like she got off work at 6:30. We got there at like 6:15. Yeah, I know you're laughing, but hey, we're first timers. We're wet behind the ears. So we waited from 6:15 to 6:50. And we couldn't get a seat. But he did, Simon himself, which is what's really cool about this restaurant. He walked up, he opens the door for everybody when they leave. He literally runs from the back, opens the door for everyone when they're leaving. It's really cool.
He talks to you like multiple times while you're eating. Like
just to make sure.
No, he's nice and he's like legit, like genuine, and like will call you bro if he senses bro vibes off of you. Like he's cool.
Yeah.
Does he say bro or bruh?
I would say bro.
Okay.
He's proper, dude. It's a nice restaurant. Man. He's not gonna be dropping bros.
Well, I want to
Come
hear.
on,
I want to
dude.
hear like what you like about it in a second. But we ended up not going. Went to Noah's. Is the worst decision ever. But we had to get food somewhere, and of course Noah's had a table ready for us because it sucked so bad.
Oh my gosh.
I never had their pizza, but
I'm gonna claw your eyes out, Sean. But
never.
How dare you? How dare you?
I got great taste buds, and they're not happy. But
feel
so
the tension.
Simon's, dude. Are you happy about them winning Best Kept Secret?
oh yeah, big time. Because, well, it's not a secret because like there's a line out the door
All
so
the
you-
time.
Yeah, so you go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right by your house.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like I think.
That does fail the definition.
It's in such a weird spot, and you would never know
That's
that it's a
why.
nice
That's
Well, you
place.
drive by it and it looks like absolute dog shit.
It looks like a dive bar,
Yeah. So
dude.
you're like, okay, this looks. I'm not even fucking with this. Like, why is there a line there?
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's a show and they're like still letting tickets in. So you like have to wait, get there like right as they're opening. Like we get there like 5 minutes after they open. Usually we're getting like the last table in the restaurant going at like Tuesday, right 5 minutes after they open.
Wow.
And they have like just fantastic like chicken Florentine, like all of like the classics, like chicken cordon bleu, like all of that, the pasta shit, and then I think they actually have pizza and shit, but I've never fucked with that.
How's
but
the what's like price wise?
Yeah.
so affordable that
No
it makes
way.
you like laugh, dude. You're like, oh, $11 for a chicken cordon bleu,
Wow.
Dude,
or
hell yeah.
$11 for lasagna, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh damn, this is affordable. And then like the staff is
Yeah.
like, they're so happy with their job, it feels like, that they're like actually trying to talk to you, not just serve. And it's
Yeah.
like really crazy. It's like a really different experience compared to almost any Des Moines restaurant.
Like I literally
Damn.
pass it most evenings on the way home from work, and there's a line out the door most nights. Like most nights.
well, it's
I
mostly
love
old
that.
people in there. It's weird. It's different. I don't know.
It's crazy.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Mostly old people in
Oh,
there.
okay,
Like
okay.
definitely
Like
veers
regulars?
older. And generally that means a bad restaurant if you have a bunch of old people in there, but it's great.
Yeah, interesting. I love your glowing review because I'm not like turned off by us waiting for 35 minutes and not getting a table because of you've talked about it. You've been there multiple times, so I appreciate that. I'm happy they won. I'm hoping the lines don't get affected even more by this.
So
but-
no reservations, you have to wait.
So reservations for tables of 6 or 8 and above. It's one of the two.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Is
I
it-
don't know which one it is,
Okay,
but you're right.
It's like we could do like 3 couples and be fine.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like a speakeasy restaurant, kind of.
Have you been there?
No, I've never been there.
You probably
Okay.
passed it and didn't even know.
It's more like just like it looks like a hole in the wall kind of like dive bar from the outside.
Yeah.
Once you get in,
It's
the
like right
ambiance
across
is
from
really
a
good.
Get and Go, and it's connected to like a fucking little pharmacy and like
Yeah,
a
like
Is
bread
there a
Yeah.
video warehouse?
Video
close?
warehouse
it's
is right
across
across
the
the
street.
street.
Video
okay.
warehouse.
Yeah.
I know where it is.
So it doesn't look like shit. Like so, it's
No,
so
it
weird.
doesn't look like shit, but it doesn't look like one of the award-winning.
No, I know. I'm saying it's great. Like I love that it's just like kind of hidden in plain sight, and it's such a great place, and you wouldn't know unless you try.
It's so funny, dude. Like I don't even know how we found it, dude. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just all of us being in the neighborhood's pretty awesome. and
So
convenient.
yeah, the first night I like thought like, what the fuck is it? And I had to look it up. Like there were people waiting outside, but they had like drinks.
yeah.
I'm like,
So
what the
he
fuck? Like
he offered
cool.
us wine. He
Yeah,
offered
yeah.
Lydia and I a glass of wine, but we didn't want to like drink a glass of wine and have to worry about paying if her mom got there and was like, like it just didn't work out. But like
Sure.
he talked to us, and
Yeah, that's
it
awesome.
means a lot to me, and I think that's. My coworker has gone there a few times, kind of like you, Trey, and he like obviously feels like he's good friends with Simon at this point,
Yeah, exactly.
because of how Simon is,
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's cool.
he asked him, "Hey, are you ever gonna expand?" And he's like, "No, I like this. I like the buzz. I like the people here that like just know us for being like this smaller, like more intimate experience."
Yeah, I mean, like once you're happy, what is money? Like you're
Right.
making
True.
enough to be like well off. Like you have the house you want, you have the car you want, and you're like your job is like super chill. You're only open for like 5 hours a night, but you do like great service and everyone respects you. Like what is money?
That's such a good point. Yeah, I love it. I'm really happy for them. Let's move on to the last one that won an award. Best wait staff. We're going there tomorrow. Jethro's. What? I never thought that their wait staff was explicitly great.
Well, but there's
um,
like 6 location, right?
Yeah.
Right. The one by Drake is the only one I've ever been to.
Same.
And they have
Okay.
good wait staff.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
I've never had a bad.
it's like
experience that I
college
can recall.
students. Like
Yeah.
they're just kind of like, okay, what can I get you? All right, bye. And
Yeah,
then, like
that's what's
honestly,
I feel like the service has always been pretty quick.
well, but there's times when they're like super busy. I feel like they get a little like it's too busy for their shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They can't handle it. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that they're. I mean, it's maybe their kitchen, not their wait staff, but at the same time, I lump them together
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
Patreon
All
or
in
whatever
one,
the
yeah.
word is.
Did
Yeah,
interesting.
the walnut? Won
Yeah, the
something?
walnut. I don't think it won. I can't control F and search for it.
That place was great. The one
It
time
is.
I went.
It is. It's new. I mean, it started like a year
So,
ago.
I thought I
friend-
saw Waveland on this list somewhere too. Am I
best
wrong?
hangover food.
Yeah.
Best nachos, I believe. The
Best-
library
best
one.
nachos.
Too.
Oh, the library got
Library.
nachos. Yeah. Which is
Waveland got
cool.
hangover food, which is 100% accurate.
Waveland is so good. I mean, Lydia and I talk and think about. The what's it called? Damn.
Lumberman.
No, she's out there. She's out there screaming, but it's probably
Describe it.
It's it's a smothered. It's smothered hash brown.
Oh
Yeah, that's the Lumberman.
Well, what I do, Addie showed me this. You guys know Addie.
Yeah.
Everyone here knows Addie. He gets, and then I started doing it. Everything hash browns with a
Everything
Lumberman
hash
on
browns.
top of it.
Oh,
What?
which is essentially that. But
Yeah.
it's close. It's close.
Everything hash browns. Those are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like
Everything hash
Yeah, that's
browns
with like
is good.
gravy and shit on it. Yeah,
The
yeah,
Lumberman
yeah.
is really good.
Yeah, that's just biscuits and gravy on top of hash brown.
Oh my
so,
god!
like-
I need to have that now.
Respect to the Waveland, because I've eaten there many times. Like, there's better diners. Like, if you go to like Chicago, like there's so many great diners. It's just like, but I mean, like I don't know anywhere better, so I'm not gonna try to talk massive shit on it. Like in Iowa.
What do you guys think about Drake Diner?
It's good.
It's okay.
I've always liked it. Yeah.
I've never had a bad meal.
First place
which
I had
think-
chicken and waffles.
Okay. Yeah.
chicken. And, ooh, I need to do that.
And the library is pretty.
2 of my former
Good.
cross-country
Have good
teammates
food,
work there.
Yeah.
The Waters.
Yeah. So the
Brothers.
Walnut
Waters,
didn't end
yep,
up
Shout
winning.
out to them.
What's that?
The Waters brothers working up at the Waveland.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So the library winning the best nachos is pretty tight. I'm
Yeah.
happy about that. But
Super
I
deserving.
will say, where else do you guys like? I love nachos. Like that's all I ever get when I go to Abelardo's.
Well, man.
Wellman's. That's what I was gonna say. They have
Wellman's
good
has very
nachos,
good
too.
nachos.
Any other nacho places here in Des Moines?
Not a nacho guy.
Really?
I like
Yeah.
them. I like them. I'm not gonna order them pretty much
Explicitly.
anywhere.
What about at the library though? For
Maybe.
real? Okay.
So
No,
you
there's
never
really
had 'em?
good. They have a good menu there
Yeah.
though. Like I've had nachos there and they're good. It's been so long though. Like
True.
that restaurant's so small and like
Honestly, best
Not
service, I
worth
will
it.
say the library.
Yeah.
Like they're really friendly, you know, like
Yeah.
if you have to wait, they serve you a beer, you can wait on the
Well,
side.
why were we there last time? It was like a late not super late. What? Oh yeah, Ben Wolf. Man, they like, they were really nice. Like they were serving us. We were kind of felt like we were in people's ways, but we weren't.
Yeah.
I like that place a lot. I mean, you have ties there, Clem. I mean, Madison used to work
Madison
there.
Yeah.
Her dad's like
Her
the
dad, that's
greatest
her,
cover-
his bar.
customer.
Yeah, I need Madison to work there again.
Yeah,
so,
so
show
I
up and
have
get a free
excuse.
shot.
So
every
she
once
might
in
get
while.
a serving job, you know, soon.
Yeah, my coworker's boyfriend is now works there like 3 nights a week too. So,
Nice.
interesting. So let's end this podcast. I mean, it's been an awesome one. Thank you guys for coming on a Saturday afternoon. I know it's different than breaking the fourth wall.
Let's
right
go
there,
to the
but-
casino.
Yeah, we're about to, everyone's gonna get ready and meet up at your place, and then go out to Prairie Meadows for your birthday.
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing $40, and that's all I'm spending on gambling. I'm hoping one of us wins big, so we can just do triple bottle service or something.
Triple bottle.
How long are we gonna spend there?
3 hours, 4 to
Yeah,
7-ish.
two,
Alright.
2 to 3 depends. I mean, if after we don't have any money and we drunk, we probably go home. But no, 2 to 3. I
Okay,
think.
cool.
I gotta decide if I'm gonna grind poker for a couple hours or not.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
that's not the
I
experience.
mean, like I could make.
that's it.
That's like some.
I can make-
Do you want to
That's
leave
exactly
with
what
bottle
fucking,
service
like,
money?
casino is.
No.
Because if you're gonna be by yourself, I mean, you can, but I will
I'm playing
play
the
more
penny
like
slots. 3
roulette,
hours,
you
making
know.
that 40 stretch.
Making that 40 stretch.
It'll
Like
be a good
blackjack.
time. I've never been to any casino ever, actually.
What?
Besides Easter dinner or Easter brunch with Lydia's family. So I've never gambled. Oh no, we did gamble that day. So we did. Her dad gave me like some cash and we gambled, but it wasn't like the experience of going with like the friends and like like a bunch of guy groups and the whole freaking world go to gamble together or they go to a strip club. I've never done either.
Maybe both
kind
in
of
one
thing.
night.
Yeah.
Hell no. Fuck the strip club. Never going ever.
Yeah, that's a good policy. They're just
I mean, I'm
disgusting
getting
and
married,
sad.
yeah.
You feel better about yourself that way, honestly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think.
It's
So-
like a point of shame for me that I've gone twice, maybe, and it was like, why did I go after a first time?
I mean, as a
I
single
have
guy,
only been one.
Yeah, why was I like, I'll give it one more chance?
So,
Wait, so
okay,
you-
my strip club experience was 10 out of 10. They had free
10 out of-
soda that was flat.
That was flat.
I like my buddy. We had. I don't.
Yeah,
wanna
the
go into
booty
that.
shaking on you. That was
I
flat.
got a lap dance. I was 18 years old. She's like, "You don't seem like you're enjoying this." I'm like, "I'm not."
Oh
And
my
she got off, and that was my.
That's 10 out of 10. I love it.
That's
and I was
hilarious.
like, this is grimy.
Yeah, it is
I was
horrific.
like, do I like touch you when I'm putting this money in your
Yeah,
shirt?
like-
yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel good. Like she's not doing it because she wants. I just don't like that whole.
She wants to. That's a
Maybe
great
you.
job. Like a great job.
No, she's not doing it. She's not doing. Sorry, I didn't say this correctly. She's not doing that on me because she wants to do that on me. She's doing that because she's making good money and it's a good way to pay through for college. Who knows, right?
Right.
But what I'm saying is
not
like
meth.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get a I'm not gonna get a boner because. Boner Jams.
It is the most unattractive thing of all time. It is
because
a
it's not
boner
somebody
killer.
that wants to be on you.
Yeah.
Like that's my main argument. I don't like that.
Okay, so I have to think about something else for tonight.
Are you serious? Oh my god. So wait, Nick, Clem, I'm gonna toss it to you. Have you guys been to a strip club?
I've never been to one. No.
Yeah.
Any desire,
Probably
either
won't.
of you?
I'm good. I just heard too many horror stories.
It's not.
to-
I've been.
What is the best case
Horror
scenario?
I haven't heard a horror story.
Like no one
Jesus
ever really
Christ,
has
man.
like a great story about a strip club. Like, oh, I went to a strip club and I had an awesome time.
So okay, I
Like-
think that there's probably a nice strip club in the world. I went to like some beaver trap or something. Like,
Yeah, I mean.
like the beaver's dam or something. Like,
Oh my god, that is the most disgusting thing ever. The beaver caught in the trap. The pussy lips.
I mean, at least it wasn't like the fuzzy beaver or something.
Yeah, the
the
fuzzy.
fuzzy beaver.
Big girl's gold mine. Or big
I think
owls.
it's actually the lumber.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
The beaver's cave.
But if you went with like a huge group of people and it was like a fun place that happened to be a strip club, I could see it being a good time.
Dude, you know where
But-
I want to go is to Jabba's lair. They had strippers and that
Okay.
looked tight.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I feel like I just walk in and I'm just like,
You
don't,
can't go,
Don't
Trey. You
bother
don't
me
look
for a
like
lap
Jabba.
dance. I don't want one. Don't mash your butt into my face. I don't want that. I don't know you.
Not trying to get pink eye.
Yeah. I am trying to not get pink eye, in fact. So like actively want to
Okay.
avoid it.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm down.
Well-
Scratching my ass.
No desire personally for me to go to that. So don't ever think about that, Nick, for a bachelor party. Don't even think.
I gotta text some
Yeah, you
people.
gotta make some text. Let's talk about
cancel everything.
Abort mission.
We have a folder. Cancel.
Crystal is not gonna be happy.
Yeah,
Or
she was bad.
Tyrese, dude.
I paid a deposit.
Tyrese.
I have a non-refundable deposit.
You are fucked up, Trent. Last topic, guys. Man arrested. It's one of those like fun like stories, like the tiger and the pothead.
Ibiza. Some of
Yeah.
my friend been there.
You wait, what?
Some of my friend been there like last summer.
Oh,
They went
interesting.
for a week. Yeah.
Man arrested in Ibiza for testing positive for all detectable drugs. All. And so if you guys look on the notes, if you have it handy,
Speedballs.
you'll see that I have
Right.
like dot in between all.
I
the
was gonna
drugs.
see that.
That's because I tried emailing it to myself, and my computer said, "Hey, you can't email." It.
Oh my
It
God.
contains sensitive material.
That's hilarious.
So I had to do the dot.
It's like I have words when I'm like we have Jabber at work, and I'm like they say that they're not reading it, but I'm like
No, they definitely
I
are.
avoid any word that might trigger like a like a review
Well,
of like HR being like, what was said here?
Yeah.
Dick or something.
So man arrested in Ibiza for testing positive for all detectable drugs. 31-year-old man from Spain. He had cocaine, meth, opiates, marijuana, and amphetamines in his system. Sounds like a good time, right?
Well, isn't methamphetamine?
Well, yeah. So that's what I was saying.
that
But
is correct.
I think it's methamphetamine and Adderall, which is an amphetamine.
Okay.
How do you detect the difference? I don't know. I'm not a chemist.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not a chemist either. 26 pills also in his possession when he was arrested.
Weird.
So here's the thing. I was reading this article and they buried the lead, which I don't like as a journalism major. But they buried the lead, him being a fucking person driving with this. Like,
yeah.
that's where you went wrong, bro.
Yeah, someone
Like-
on every drug in the known universe in Ibiza isn't news.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, so you know why it's not news? Well, no, it's true. 80 to 90% of roadside tests yield positive results for someone being on something.
Duh.
But yeah, I know. But
So
So
Paul-
everybody's on something at this point, dude. Like, this is 20-something, and, like, everyone is
20
taking,
something.
like, prescription drugs or
Sure.
fucking
But you shouldn't
weed
drive.
or fucking coke or something. What?
I mean, it's European country. You shouldn't be driving.
You should be driving it. You gotta get your to your places, dude.
To get more drugs.
I mean, how are you gonna?
I don't know how the public transport is in Ibiza. You know, I don't know.
It's probably
what
not.
their situation.
I was saying
is.
like Fear and Loathing Ibiza. Like he just Hunter S. Thompson this bitch and just like load me up.
Dude, now that's a sequel, an unnecessary sequel. I would love to see.
Really?
Fear and Loathing in Ibiza, dude.
Oh. Okay. So I was gonna say Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas as a remake. That's not a Trey answer. But when you change it to a Ibiza, that's got my.
And it's a Bollywood movie. It's not even like
Yes. Yes. Give us this movie.
Holy shit! $1 million idea right there from Trey and Nick.
Okay.
reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Let me call my friend Billy from Fyre Festival, and we'll get that shit popping, dude.
Yeah, he'll finance the whole thing.
we got the funding on lock.
We got this.
Yeah. So this guy was driving. He only got a 6-point deduction on his license, and I'm gonna toss it to Clem here. What does that even mean as a European?
So when you have your license, you have 12 points.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So 6 means he still has 6 to get.
Yeah, that's not bad actually. But I mean, honestly, when you drive too fast and you like burn a red light, whatever, it's 4 points.
Wow.
So,
Oh my God.
like it's crazy, you know. I mean, maybe
Be on all drugs, and
Maybe-
that's only 6 points.
yeah, maybe
Where's
the rules
risk,
are
IMO?
in Ibiza are different. I don't know, but yeah, 6 points. So basically, I don't think he can drive anymore. He has to gain like some points, something like that.
It might
but
be
yeah,
different. Yeah. Interesting.
It's like half of it, but I'm sure. Yeah,
How do
I'm
you
sure they remove his license for at least a couple months or something like that.
How do you get-
rollover points?
Yeah, rollover minutes.
12 points, and you make it to the end of the year. Now do you have 24 points?
No.
So wait, how do you gain points back though?
So if you like,
Service.
if you shoot down like if you have like 4 points, like you do like some lessons, some classes, you know, of course you have to pay a shit ton of money and you gain 2 points, or automatically per year you have 1 more point, something like that.
Oh.
I kind of like this idea actually. Like it's good for community service. Like you take the class on drunk driving, or the weekend class, which some people have to do, you know, here in Iowa, and pay like $5,000, or you have to do 500 hours of community service. Maybe not that much, but like a lot of
I would say that's a
hours.
fucking lot of time.
Yeah, that's
But
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's 12 years.
I would do some community
12
service
weeks.
I had to graduate from their little their rehab program once, and it's a joke, but also not that bad.
yeah.
You just show up to some lectures, and they tell you not to do.
You were
drugs.
this guy from Spain, weren't you? You're hiding right now.
yeah, he's still coming down from all of it.
Yeah.
And so, for instance, in France,
Losing 6 points. No.
Fuck Europe! I'm not going back.
in
Well,
France,
guys-
like when you have only like 2 points left, and I don't know, something happened, you say, "Oh no, I wasn't driving, he was driving," and so the other guy, you know, like took the point, and he gave you like money for that. Or whatever.
Oh,
I know
wow.
you don't, because if you're down to 0, you lose your license. Yeah.
Say it. Yo.
No, if not forever.
But you
Well,
can
my favorite
gain. You
thing
gain
is-
back points somehow. There is like a.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, if you're down to 0, it's over.
Right.
Game
But
over.
if he loses 6, he can like win some points back over the years or something.
Yeah.
What if he had 6 points only?
Hello.
Yeah, what is
So when you
where
start
was he at?
driving, if you're like 18, you have like only 6 point only at first, and after
Oh, okay.
Oh, this guy wasn't 18. Let me tell you, he's a
No
vet.
Yeah.
Straight vet, dude.
He had backup 26 pills to do.
Yeah.
That's jail, I mean.
Buzz wear off if you got all of the drugs.
Right.
Ibiza is actually part of Spain. It's a Spain.
Oh,
Spain
okay.
Island.
So he
Alright.
was just in
At home.
He was in
All of
Omaha.
these things though at once. Like I've heard of speedballs, which is like meth and heroin, I think, or crack and heroin.
I would
Maybe.
say.
Speedball is heroin and cocaine or crack. It's
Okay.
pretty much the same shit.
Okay.
So.
Ew, heroin and cocaine.
They say it's
How
real
awful
good.
for you.
They say it's real
Well, heroin plus literally my arm is the best thing ever. Apparently, it's better than seeing your firstborn son like face. It's better than literally kissing God is what they say. Like seriously, they say it's like kissing God. I've never done it. Let's end on that note. Hey,
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, this man did that, and then was also like, I need meth.
I need everything else.
Some regular amphetamines.
Well, you don't want to crash, dude.
True.
Or sleep. Ever.
So
Heroin helps with that.
thank you so much for joining us for this fun-filled Saturday crazy fest of EZPZ Podcast, episode 106, pre-party, pre-celebration for Clem's 27th birthday. Could have been worse.
Ibiza 2020.
You can find me at Sean S. Johnson. You can find EZPZ at TheEZPZ. You can find Mitch at MNR Sullivan and at _Mitch_man on Twitter. So MNRS Olivan then on Instagram. Trey at twitch.tv/totallytrey at
whitehouse.com.
What?
Nick. Where can they find you?
You can find Nick at bazooka_Nick on Instagram. Hopefully he's gonna be posting some of them sketches soon.
I've seen a couple.
Oh.
You posted the Cobra or the
I put a couple
snake.
of my story every once in a while. I'll sneak them in there.
Tight. I'm excited. May.
It was in May.
And Clement, you can find him at Clemtux, CLEMTUX. Follow the birthday boy. We're about to have we get raunchy, get rowdy, get fucking crazy. So thank you guys for joining us for EZPZ Podcast, episode 106, and we're out.